going on YouTube, and welcome to the Breaking News Report. Now, today's story, we're going to start off about the late rapper Nipsey Hussle. Unfortunately, somebody thought it was a good idea to go and vandalize the Marathon shop out in LA. And it is sad because we all know Nipsey for giving back to his community and doing a lot for the young fellas that's on parole or probation and giving them jobs. And for somebody to vandalize the shop after all this time is just crazy to me. But we do have to keep in mind that Nipsey was a Crip and he's in the gang, and not everybody loved Nipsey, you know what I'm saying? Although we would have liked that to be in a perfect world, but everybody did not love Nipsey the way we thought. But I am going to play the recording that's floating around of the aftermath and everything that happened, how the outside of the Marathon shop and the surrounding stores and that little shop mall center, how it all looked. So let's play the clip real quick. Roll them.
6-0 Crip, cuz whoever did this shit, nigga Crip, nigga, ever find out who did this, it's ugly for you, cuz I swear to God, nigga, hurt somebody, cuz you niggas some fucking haters, my nigga. You niggas know how to do this shit, nigga. I swear, cuz this shit fucked up. Bitch ass motherfuckers. Haters, cuz. Swear to God, nigga. Yeah.
Well, as you can see, the aftermath on how everything looked from them destroying the shop, which is pretty sad because we all know that that little area right there was known as a mural, kind of, to where people who would come to LA from out of town, they would be able to go to the shop, take pictures, put their name on the side of the wall, things like that. And it's just unfortunate that this had to happen. I don't understand the reason for it other than someone to just want to vandalize the shop because there was nothing in there. The clothes had been taken out. His brother Sam had taken all the equipment. Everything that was in his storefronts had been removed. So the purpose for them doing this, I have no idea. Maybe just jealous and tired of people coming from out of town to surround that area and record and take pictures. Who knows? But I'm going to definitely keep an eye out on this story and see if any new reports come out on it or if maybe they get any updates and find out who the person is who tore the shop up or who the people are that vandalized the shop. Okay, so this next story is about the Chicago drill rapper King Von, who was signed to Lil Durk's label, and he is also his childhood friend. Unfortunately, King Von was gunned down in Atlanta outside of the Monaco Hookah Lounge in Atlanta after getting into a fight with Quando Rondo. Down, Von was laid to rest in Chicago at a private memorial. Everybody was not invited, as we all know, because he is from Chicago. So, of course, he got ops in Chicago, too. But the case, unfortunately, seems to be crumbling right down in front of our faces, child. There are videos showing the fight from two different angles. And I have the clips for those of you who have not seen the videos yet. And I'm going to play both of them. But to make it even worse, his manager also came out with an interview with DJ Academics, basically hurting the case even more, in my opinion. But I also have the interview with that too, with him and DJ Academics. But I'm only going to show a small clip of it because it is pretty lengthy and I don't want to show the full video on here. But before we get into the interview with DJ Academics and the manager, we are going to watch these two clips that's floating around of the fight that happened outside the nightclub. Now, I'm going to warn you that there is no sound, so I'm going to explain a little bit as we go along, okay? All right, let me see. Let's roll them. Okay, so this is outside the nightclub. The crowd over there by that car is King Von's crowd. The white car with this guy standing outside of it is Quando Rondo. So as you can see, King Von came over, bow, hit Quando Rondo, they connect. Now, during the fight, one of Quando Rondo's guy, which is Timmy, ended up shooting King Von. And he was also shooting just off into the crowd of people. And that's why you see everybody scattering. But This is the fight that, as they led to the front. So this is still the fight. So now you can see the angle from the shooting. See the guy that fell? That is Timmy. That's the one who shot Quando Rondo. And he was shot by the police. As you can see, the lights all off on the side and the corner, in the right-hand corner. You can see the police lights. They were the one who shot Timmy. He fell down to the ground. He ended up getting up, hopping his way into the white vehicle. And there was a little bit more to the video, but this was as much of the clip that I was able to get, because they did end up getting King Von into another car. Now, as you can see, the guy just came around. He just kicked Quando Rondo up off of King Von. He hit him again. Quando Rondo got up. He's running off. Now, in my opinion, it looked like he was trying to help King Von, which is crazy because the manager said that. But in the same breath, it looked like he was trying to rob him. Now, Quando Rondo said he was defending himself, in the reports with the police. And as the videos came out, as we can see, he was defending himself. King Von, unfortunately, was the aggressor in this situation. And that's kind of why the story is going the way it's going right now, because of all the videos and all the different angles that was showing King Von as the aggressor. Now, like I said, what made the situation even worse, his manager decided to come out feeling like that he was helping the case in a way, because he said that everybody on social media was tarnishing King Von's legacy, yada yada. So he just wanted to get on there and he wanted to clear up some things. Now, in the midst of clearing up some things, I think he explained a little too much, because he could have possibly helped Quando Rondo and Timmy's case in this matter. So what I'm going to do is play the video real quick of the manager and DJ Academic's interview. Let's roll him.
He literally was holding him up. That's how strong he was. Even while being shot, he know what's going on. He felt it because he was conscious the whole time. So he's holding the individual as a shield. It wasn't nothing as like, he got on top of him, no, he was literally holding him as a shield. And those shots that was fired by the individual that shot Von and myself was the only shots fired from those individuals. Every other shot was coming from authorities. They started shooting everywhere. It was like a blanket full of shots going on. So when you see everybody taking cover, they wasn't taking cover away from the shooter from Von. They were taking cover because they didn't know where the shots was going from. If you look, people was running left, people was running right, people was running to the club door because we didn't know where shots was coming from. Right? You got the police shooting anybody with a weapon that they got killed. If you got a weapon that they on you, you got shot. That's how much shots was getting rained. So you guys are looking from the one angle of the camera and looking like, oh, damn, they ran away from the shot. And wasn't nobody running away from no. Listen, bro, we didn't know where all the shots was coming from. So it's automatic. If you don't know where the shots coming from, you're going to regress to see the situation. And the same guys that you guys are talking about, they came right back to Von's side. And if you could tell in the footage, after the shooter that shot Von got shot from the back, which people thinking it came from somewhere else, it came from the back. He got shot from the back. If you look at the footage, he tried to walk back to the car and he got shot and he tumbled back. He still had his weapon in his hand. So while they progressing to Von, he's swinging the weapon like this. People was regressing back, but everybody was still alert to go get Von, because clearly it took 4 or 5 people to bring Von into the car to bring him to the hospital.
Now, what's sad about this case is the Atlanta Police Department is closing the case. It's sad, but they're closing the case, and they are considering it to be self-defense due to all the evidence or whatever that's put out there. Now, even though Quando Rondo is no longer a suspect in the case, they haven't put out any new evidence details about the friend Tim, who is the one that shot King Von. Let me try to put his picture up here. Okay, there we go. Now that is Timmy. And from the looks of it, it looks as if he may be getting off just as well, due to, like I said, all the evidence. But although I think it's weird that he will be getting off for self-defense, considering that he wasn't even in a fight. Now I don't know how Atlanta works. Maybe they looking at it as in he was defending his friend, because it was a pretty big crowd that was surrounding King Von when they were all fighting. So maybe in his mind, Tim was feeling like everybody was about to try and jump Quando Rondo and possibly kill him. And as we all know, Quando Rondo is the money man. You know, Tim ain't getting no money, Quando Rondo is. So he got to make sure that he protect what he would consider to be someone who is like a brother to him, you know, and who's taking care of him. So like I say, I don't know how Atlanta works and how self-defense works out there, and if this boy is going to get off or if he's going to get charged for the murder, but maybe a lesser offense on the murder. I don't know, but from the looks of it, if police is closing the case, he's going to get off real soon. But there is reports out from TMZ from one of the friends. Let me see. Okay, here it is. It says, sources close to Quando Rondo tell TMZ the rapper wasn't seeking out a fight with King Von. The night Von was shot dead outside the Atlanta Hookah Lounge. And they said Von was the aggressor, as we all can see. And that is what caused the brawl and the gunfire. Now it says, our sources says Quando was napping in a car outside of the nightclub. When he woke up, Von's crew was there and things suddenly turn for the worse, and that they were told Von approached Quando Rondo and his crew and start fighting, which basically we seen that in the clip that's exactly how it happened. But I will keep an eye out on this case to see if Tim gets off or if he actually gets charged with the murder and probably get a lesser plea. But RIP to King Von. I am sending prayers out to his mom, his sister, his baby mom, his kids, because unfortunately they will not even get to remember who their dad is because they're so young, due to his passing right now. But RIP to King Von, prayers to his family, and I am going to keep an eye out on this case to see what happens with Tim. Okay, so this next story is about the rapper named Moe3, who was gunned down on I-35 in Dallas, Texas. Now, he was known to be a fan of Lil Boosie, and they have a few songs together and whatnot. They ended up building a really good relationship with each other and became friends. Now, it is alleged that Moe3 was set up by a female, but I cannot confirm nor deny it, but that was the rumors. Now, earlier on this week, when Moe3 was killed, Boosie did take to his social media to express his feelings and how he felt about his late friend being killed, And it was pretty sad, due to the fact that Moe3 really did look up to Boosie. Like, you really don't see too many videos of him with other rappers. But Boosie took to his social media and he said, I'm lost for words, hashtag tip my boy. Moe3, see you when I get there. Now, it is really messed up because reports is saying that Moe3 had been followed for miles by the ops. And when he realized that he was being followed, he tried to escape on the expressway, and that's where he got trapped by the traffic. So he jumped out of his car. He began to run from the guy or the guys who were shooting him. And, sadly enough, he was shot and killed, as well as another innocent bystander who was shot as well. Now, I do not know if the bystander was also killed, but Moe3 was. Now, they did have a memorial gathering out in Dallas for him, where the rapper Lil Boosie also attended and gave a speech or whatever, telling, his feelings about Mo. And there is a video clip that I'm about to play for you guys on that. Let's roll them.
I appreciate all the time we had together. It's one of them days again, man. One, two, three, let's go on play. Hold on.
what makes this case turn even more for the worse, you guys, is Lil Boosie's Sprinter bus was shot up while he was out there for Moe3's little memorial. You know, I think like 2 days or so after, he was still out there because he was celebrating his birthday as well, as I said before. And one person was reported to have been shot and killed during this whole ordeal, while Boosie had been reported to have been shot in the leg. Now, Boosie posted to his social media that he was not doing too well and that he needed a lot of help getting the money, which is crazy because Boosie is also a diabetic really bad. So I would think he would have some type of health insurance to help in situations like this. But, you know, anyways, he did post to his social media as well to ensure the fans that he was not doing too good. Now he says, yes, I'm not doing that good. I have a short amount of time to find a specialist who work on fixing body parts. And he said that that's going to cost hundreds of thousands. And he said, I'll be charging $500 for promos and I'll be labeling you on all platforms. And he was saying, you know, let's get this bag and let's get this money, you know, because he needed so that he can get the surgery done. But, you know, like I said, I am going to keep an eye on this case. I'm hoping that Boosie gets the help that he needs. He gets the money so that he can go ahead and get the surgery that he needs. You know, as we all know, you do reap what you sow. And Boosie is one of those guys who was fighting a death row case and he beat it. So, you know, like I say, I'm going to keep an eye out on this case in hopes that Boosie does recover and that things does not turn for the worse, because he does have a lot of family members and his kids who is depending on him financially. And I know they love the hell out of Boosie, you know. So it would be really sad to see him passing away just because he went to go and pay his respects to someone who was a friend of his. You know, but hey, like I said, maybe it was the ops who was trying to get at Moe3. We do not know the real entanglement relationship with Boosie and Moe. Maybe Boosie on the low end really has some drama going on as far as the ops with Moe3. So maybe the people in Texas is also looking at Boosie as a target. Like, hey, he bring him, you know, he bring his butt out here for this funeral. We're gonna take him out too. But, you know, I don't know, you guys, but that sums it up for today's breaking news. I do want to thank you all for tuning in on today and watching and everything. And I will be back with another breaking news report sooner than later. If you guys are not supporting my podcast, it's called Spilling All the Beans. Make sure you guys go support my podcast where I talk about much more celebrity drama. I even give you guys story time like on my YouTube page as well, but it's a little different on my podcasting. So just make sure you guys go check that out as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you come back for the next one. Bye.